Well, here we go again. What is this? Here it is. I'm going to make this real quick. We're not doing it. I'm making it quick. $63,000. This is for like a full-on setup that I'd want to do. We're not doing it. We only have 2 months left. We don't have a trailer, and there's just no reason to do it at this point. What we are doing is finishing up the weeding of the canola. Let's get this thing moving. There we go. Finished up the weeding of the canola right here. We've got this field, and then I also, one contract left, by the way. I also weeded this field here. So that's kind of where we're at. You know what? You know where else we're at? Here is a little montage, just a little short one, just to show you what I got done between episodes. Here you go. Like that montage. I just kind of got a lot of work done overnight, and we needed to get out of August. First of all, August is a big month. We had 2 or 3 episodes in August. Woo! It's a big month. October's a big month. September slows down just a little bit. That's why I'm kind of getting the odds and ends done. But I'm happy that I started doing these fields the first month of germination. I've said it before, and I'm saying it again because it is just a lot more satisfying doing it when you can actually see the weeds, and as opposed to just driving along trying to measure based on your tire tracks. What do we got here? This is what we got, our new field. Basically the second potato field from last episode, a couple episodes ago. Here we are, oilseed radish is in it. I put that in because here's the plan today. I said barley everywhere. We are going to do barley here. And we're going to do barley here. This one's on our rotation that you may or may not be familiar with. And this one here, I think we're going to do wheat just for fun. And all that wheat is going to go into the Lavish Lewis Levigator right there. And what else do we have to do? This is going to go spring. This is going to be sunflowers. So that's kind of the plan for today, is to get these 3 fields all sorted out. They're all ready to go for, right here, wheat and barley, both to be planted in this. You know what? Oh, what was I going to do? You know what? I think I'm changing my plan already. Am I? I think I am, because I was thinking about doing sorghum in this field because we don't have that much sorghum this will be sorghum. So maybe we'll just leave this field. We'll do barley here and here. That's going to be the safe bet. Let's do that. Let's do sorghum here. Oh boy. Now I'm waffling. I don't know. It all kind of depends on how we're doing in the silo. Let's stop looking at the map. Let's start moving our tractor. How we're looking at the end of the year with all the pig food and how the pigs are doing. That's kind of what that is going to dictate what we do in that field, and we're not going to know because we got to put the wheat in right now. Ooh, you know what we can do? Let's leave it. If we looks like we're going to have plenty of sorghum, we can put oats in the spring. That's the plan. I wish I had a little notes thing. I could just click on the field and put a note in there, but that's the plan. We could do oats in the spring. We'll just leave it all winter. 91 is just going to stay there. And real quick, here's the state of the field of the potato field in Potato Chip Alley. We got our stones. I plowed it all up. We've got our stones, and so we need to take care of the stones and get oilseed radish in it before the winter. We'll see how things are progressing today. And and then we'll get to that. Maybe this episode, maybe I'll do that between episodes as well. Not too much going on there. Let's get the seeder. I think we're ready to go. And there it is. The planting of a new field begins again. We are really, really doing well money-wise. Could not be happier with, like I said, with that triple bold move of getting this field. We still have those cotton fields to get, but we have plenty of money for both of those cotton fields and to lease the harvester. We are going to what's going to happen once we start selling off all these items. By the way, we're going to start moving some stuff around today, as well as part of this episode. I want to go through the honey trigger, get all that moved out and into the shed. And then the bread we need to also take a look at once we get into a straightaway again. There we go. The bread is looking good. Oh, yep, we need to get them out of the trigger so we have room to put some more in there. And if we do oats in that field over there, if the sorghum lasts for the pigs for the year, then we're going to look at doing that second bakery very, very soon. And I forgot to look. How is it flour? So it's not quite full of flour yet. So we could use a lot more of the cereal crops, the oats, wheats, and barley and sorghum, and we could use a lot of those in the levigator. And by the way, it's time. Should we just do it? We're looking at them. Let's just do it. Here we go. It's September. We got to buy them in September. Those two fields right next to us. Where am I? Right here. Oh, here. This is a big purchase, but we're doing it. We need to do it before October so he doesn't harvest the cotton up. Buy this land for $61,000. Yes. Buy this land for $68,000. Yes. There it is. Wow. Oh, that is a beautiful, beautiful sight, isn't it? That is a beautiful sight. All right. That's done. Now I can't trample in there. Don't forget that. I got to remember to lower my cedar as well. Can't trample that stuff now. Oh, my gosh. And we still have 63,000. The harvester, the cotton harvester, is going to be 25 or 35, depending on how long it takes to harvest those fields up. If it takes more than an hour, then it's going to be $35,000. Wow, this is slow. Oh, I'm on the wrong tractor. What am I doing? I can't use this tractor for this. Oh, man, I got to go get the John Deere. Well, there goes the $63,000. We got to repair the John Deere. Another $2K out the door. Man, this thing is getting to be a maintenance hog. We need to get another tractor just I don't know. We're not going to find a replacement for this, though. I want a smaller tractor. Oh, we'll go right in there, right between the traffic. Oh, we fit perfect. There we go. Now it's working like it should. That's much better. I was wondering when we were up over there, it's like, why is this going so slow? That's why. Got to use the right tractor for the right job. Well, we're fiddling around seeding the field here. We got an extra second. Let's take a look at the other used gear that was in there. This would be awesome for next series in FS22 for moving silage and stuff around. That's going to be great. This is too small. We've talked about that. We already have a telehandler. Interesting brand. I am very interested in looking and getting into different brands in FS22. And bale grab for square bales quickly and easily, which we don't really need that. That's from the Straw and Harvest pack. I don't know if you saw that. Right down here, Straw and Harvest pack. We don't need anything like that. That's kind of I'm imagining it's one bale at a time, and we have the auto bale loader, and we really don't need to do that. In FS25, maybe we're going to start by doing a more conventional bale trailer loader system where we're going to have to use our pallet fork and front end loader to get those bales moved onto a trailer as opposed to the auto one. I don't know. We'll have to see how things go. And maybe those auto ones aren't even going to be available. Who knows? And just for reference, here is the oilseed radish. Looking beautiful, providing us with a layer of fertilizer. I love cover crops. I'm dying on that hill. I love cover crops. I wish there was more. Give us one more. We don't need a whole lot. I mean, there's no reason to. It's just a graphic, but I think it would be neat to... I think clover is a good cover crop, maybe. I know that provides a lot of nitrogen for the soil. And here's what it looks like after our barley is planted. Here's our beautiful machine doing the work. It's unbelievable how farming was done before any of this gear, right? How inefficient it was, and now look how efficient this is. There's just no way even 30 years ago this much land right here was done this easily. Unbelievable. Which reminds me, I'm hoping they announce soon that animals like horses and those new water buffaloes will be able to pull gear in FS25. I want to make a little part of the farm, the old-fashioned part. It's going to be a little small corner of our farm. Is going to be completely done by hand or by animal. No gas is allowed in that area whatsoever. I really hope that that's an option. I am just hoping beyond hope that Giants does something like that, because I think that'd be a really neat throwback to how things used to be and how much more time everything took. I can't say effort because it's still a video game, so the effort for me is going to be the same. It's just going to be really slow. There it is. This barley field is all finished. We are going to, this is my plan. Let's do this. Let's get barley in the other field, our new custom field over there that had sorghum in it last season. And then let's sleep till September 2nd. I've done this before and I've regretted it, but let's sleep to September 2nd. I do actually, you know what? I'll get this one fertilizing contract done that we have in queue there. I'll get that done. And we're going to move on to September 2nd so you can see the gear and kind of move forward with time, because September, like I said, is kind of slow, and we're going to then fertilize. We need one layer of fertilizer on this and the other field and get these all done and ready to go for the winter and until harvest season, hopefully next year. Yeah, so then and let's get the animals all, make sure they're ready to go, because October, as usual, is very busy. August wasn't as busy this year, and you know what? Honestly, it might be because we're buying up all these fields. There's less contracts available because these fields are all gone. Because I'm buying them up. I'm using them myself, which is a great thing. But October is usually incredibly busy. We're going to have that cotton harvest going on, and which hopefully is quick because I'm going to be leasing the gear, so we need time sensitive right there. And what else? We got the sunflowers we got to get up in October. The corn is also harvested in October. So lots going on next month, as well as all the contracts. So I want to pass time and make sure maybe we can get into October first and see how the contracts are lining up for October. We'll get into those this episode, hopefully, and kind of a primer for what's going to be happening next episode. You know what we need to do as well? I'm going to run the hoe over these fields once we're all done. I'm going to run them over these fields that we're just planting right now in September, just for one less thing to do in October. I don't need to be running a weeder over these barley fields in October when I can do it right now. It's just less joyful. I'm sacrificing my joy for time savings in October that's usually really busy. I think that's a thing. Well, son of a gun, I just realized this field's fine. Oh, that last field had potatoes in it. So it didn't get mulched. Oh, bummer. It's fine. Oh, just like this field here. I'm going to put oilseed radish in it. Then I like to mulch the oilseed radish in to get the mulching bonus. Let's take rolling off. Yeah, see, this is mulched already because I had sorghum, so I mulched that in. This one didn't have that in. Oh well. You live and you learn. Apparently you don't, because I did that last year with this field here. I forgot to mulch in the oilseed radish. I get too excited about getting getting the seeds in. Again, another reason to have field notes. You could have kind of what you want to do in each field next. I could, when potatoes in there, I could put mulch it in capital letters, ! Mulch it! And then I wouldn't forget. And maybe once the farm gets big enough on our next series, I might just have to start a document somewhere that has every field number and what I don't know. Seems like a lot of work. It'd be really nice if it was just a little text box right here in the game. Just click on it, type in what you want, save it. Oh, that would be so nice. What kind of fertilizer we're going to use? This field, we're definitely going to use manure again. That works out the best because it's kind of curvy field, and the manure is easier to... We got maneuverable manure. Don't forget, maneuverable manure. And let's see how much slurry we got. How are the pigs doing for us? They should be... Yeah, there's not much. So what we're going to do is the other field that we just planted barley, our new field over there. I'm just going to do the spray fertilizer. So let's do that next as well today, because we'll have the spray fertilizer out for the contract anyways. So let's go get the contract done and spray the one more layer of fertilizer over on the other field, and then we'll look at calling it a day and heading to September 2nd and getting more field work done. There we go. One little spot left, and this is just a gorgeous field. I am so happy that we decided to use this field as an arable field as opposed to just mowing it up. This is an amazing yield off of this thing. This is a wonderful idea. Okay, let's go grab the Landini and get some fertilizing done. So I'm over here at field 72, and look what's right behind me. Another cotton field. I don't look at the map too much to see, okay, cotton, and I don't strategize too much. What I end up doing is I drive by something and I say, oh, hey, look at that. Cotton there. Only $17,000 for that piece of farmland right here. And how about this one? This one here, I looked up. Let's see, soybeans. We already own this one. So soybeans in this one would complete that field. And let's look at how much that one is. And those also come in up in October at $31,000. So we have enough money for both of those right now as well. Don't need to lower that. Kind of becomes more of a pain if you lower it. All right. I don't know that we need to do all that. Part of what I'm thinking is, well, the soybeans, we don't have a place to store it, first of all. The silo's full. So we got to figure out a storage solution for soybeans, unless we just go and sell them off right away, which is something we could do. That cotton right there. The thing I was worried about is that we're going to go over an hour. So is it worth $10,000 if, let's say, we're at 0.9 hours on the harvester with the other two big fields? Would it make sense to have that field, buy it up, and then it takes us over an hour, so then it costs us another $10,000 more with the harvester, but then we get all the cotton off of it too. Look at this perfect width. Look at that. We're getting to the point where it is almost unlimited money. We're not quite there yet, but this is where I like to be, where we have a lot of slush money. We got a lot of money coming in over time, and it's so good. And the acceleration of the series is really going to be going crazy, and that's going to be right as we finish it and go off to FS25. Finally, when I start really banking the money and all my decisions from the past have started to come to fruition, we're going to be moving on. I'm going to have a think on that cotton and the soybean stuff. I don't know if we need to do that. We've bought so much land. Would it be worth saving the money and spending it on something else? Maybe. Well, let's at least do this. Let's collect on that. Thank you for that contract. Another $1,000 in the bank. We are getting close to not having to do contracts either, which is good because there just aren't that many contracts out there. All right, let's go spray our new field over there and move on to September 2nd. We'll probably make a decision on that in October, those two pieces of land. I'm guessing we probably won't do it just because we've bought so much land already. Let's get through a year with the land we've got just to make sure we're all set. And and then maybe we can get into something a little bit more expensive before the series ends, kind of like olives or grapes or something like that. But it's sad because now I'm finally getting to a point where I can spend money, and I want to do cereal and all that stuff. And then, as I said at the beginning of the series as well, I'm looking forward to, at some point when we have basically unlimited money, getting into some of the mod productions. Like I saw Virtual Farmer was doing a series where he's making pancakes. I'm like, I want to make pancakes. But I don't want the financial gain because the mods are always just so cheap and they always give you so much money. I don't want to do that until the money part of the game is done. I beat the game money-wise. We got a huge money engine. The money just doesn't matter anymore. That's when I want to start getting into that stuff. And that's what we'll start doing with FS25 for sure. We're going to have 3 years to get through that. Are you going to stick with me for 3 years? Yeah, we got enough stuff to spend our money on. We don't need those two fields over there quite yet. They're a good opportunity, but We don't need them. We got spinneries and tailors to buy and cows. We need to get into cows. I would really like to get some experience with those before we go to FS25 so I can sound more like what I know what I'm talking about with those things once we get to those next series. And there we have it. The second layer of fertilizer is complete on our beautiful field here. And it is, what do we got left? Rolling and weeding to do on this field. And then it'll be done until June. And we'll be revisiting that in June. Can't wait for that. This is going to be beautiful. And then those are going to be our fields. We'll decide what to do with the cotton fields once they're up. We'll throw oilseed radish in those and see what we want to do with those in the spring. Again, it all kind of depends on where the pigs are at and the horses and all that. How much, what we need of each thing. We need to buy new silos. Again, good reason not to get those new fields. I would rather spend the money on the new silos, get some more capacity there. I also forgot for October, we have to mow and bale our fields. Mow and bale the grass. Oh, so much. Let's go 7 a.m. just for a little. We're not going to go real early. All right, September baling. All right, let's accept that. We'll get that done. I'll do that between episodes. I'll try to do some baling of our own fields together in October. October might be 3 episodes as well. We got to get on top of the Kubota here. Oop. I accidentally got in. All right, here we go. Let's get on top of the Kubota for our lucky spot. What do we got? Ooh, it's a red one. We've got red. What's this? Cultivator. No. If this was the mulcher, ooh, that'd be nice. If that was that mulcher I was looking at. What's this? Headers for a forage harvester and a wrapper. Nothing that we need. All right, let's start doing what we want to do for today. Let's look at the, we do have to finish our fields, but I want to look at the, I'm going to have to pull a little bit of sorghum over just to keep them going for the month, right? I mean, corn, I don't want to fill this up too much because we got our corn going. And I want to be able to fill that up as much as we can, but we should bring a few thousand liters of food of sorghum over for the pigs. Definitely, we're going to have to move those out of the trigger at some point. Still all grass, good there. I'll have to run the horses later. And straw is good. I forgot to look at the straw on the pigs, but straw is good for the horses. And you know what? Let's put a little bit of the sorghum in for the horses as well. Let's do that. Maybe get a couple thousand liters. And yeah, I think that's going to be the best plan. Let's get a couple thousand liters in the trailer. Let's do that first. There you go, horses. Just what you needed. Perfect. With just a little bit in there. I'll come by and put some more hay in there at some point. I don't know. I'm just being silly about wanting to use sorghum for the horses. Let's go put the rest of this in with the pig. Actually, you know what? How much? 1,500? Let's grab just a little bit more. Make sure the pigs are good to go till next year. Let's get to 3,000. Perfect. And I think what we're going to do this episode is let's finish those 2 fields. Let's finish the barley fields. We'll do a quick time lapse. And not time lapse, but montage. Finish those fields up, and then the rest of the work I just got to do off screen. This episode's getting too long again. Here you go, piggies. Here's some more sorghum, more base food for you. We got you this year. Not a problem. Once we get the corn harvest in, they're going to have plenty of food. Let's leave this trailer here. This is perfect timing. Let's just grab this manure right now and get manuring with our maneuverable manure. There we go. Let's get you started here, and then let's cue the music. Let's finish off these fields. So there you have it. We got almost all of this field done. See now here, this process is awful, especially on this field. Oh, I would much rather just weed this when it germinates, but October is going to be so busy. Speaking of October, that's where we'll see you next. I have a lot of work to do still left in September here, and October just doesn't get any easier. I'm probably going to see you in the middle of October 1st, just because I'm going to start on some contracts, but I can't get too many of them done because we got so much of our own field work to do. So I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on contracts and then run into a problem where we can't get our own field work done, which is a very good problem to have. Maybe we're coming up to the end of contracts. I said it before, and maybe that's true. Who knows? But this one thing I do know. That's going to be it for this episode. I'm done weeding. Just get me out of this weeder. Please, please. I'm done. All right. I hope you have a fantastic day. And we'll see you in the next episode.